Atlas Endgames is the newest battle royale on the block, and it has some very unique features that make it different from games like Contract or Showdown and Population 1. First, it's based off a flat-screen battle royale called Apex Legends, where you pick from a group of characters that all have unique abilities, and Atlas Endgames is no different. Quick note, I feel I have to add this. Atlas Endgames is in an early access state, so it's very buggy and unfinished at the moment, but that doesn't mean that it's going to stay this way, and it also doesn't mean that criticizing these bugs is wrong. I like to talk about games and their updates based on how they are right now. So while a lot of my gripes with this game will most likely be changed in the future, I will be talking about my experience with the game as it is. So first I will be talking about the features that I love about this game. First, the abilities and how you activate them are so dope. Abilities like being able to pilot a drone to scout areas, or to have a jetpack to get to high places. This game has so many different playstyles in which you can amplify with these abilities, which I haven't seen any other Battle Royale do yet. And not only are the abilities cool, but how you activate them I think is even cooler. You have to physically pose your hands for each ability, which looks so badass, and it just lends itself to VR perfectly. Second thing about this game that I think is so dope is the movement. The movement is so fluid. The sliding is so nice, which you can combo with jumping to slide cancel and just fly. It reminds me a lot of Titanfall with fast-paced movement and special abilities. Like sometimes you just fly past a corner and leave an enemy dazed and confused. The movement also includes wall climbing, which is a little underwhelming when you compare it to Showdown or Population. In Atlas Endgames, you just run into a wall and then you jump again to jump off of it, so that way you can climb a little higher. And I think it could be much cooler grabbing the ledges and in how it is in Showdown, or just grabbing and climbing like in Population 1. Now obviously I wouldn't want it exactly how it is in Population 1, because you can just climb forever in that game. But I think a very good idea that you could use to limit the place you can climb is doing a Breath of the Wild style stamina system, where you can only climb for so long before it just jumps you off of it. With those two awesome things in this game, I do unfortunately have to talk about my issues with this game. Since the game is in early access, we do have to talk about the bugs. This game is buggy as fuck. I can't really go into detail about every bug, but I don't see a point either, because the devs have shown that they can fix the game, and the bugs based on the community's request. Unlike some other VR games. I'm just kidding. My other biggest issue with this game might actually be to do with the first issue. It's the ballistics. Sometimes I feel like I'm shooting a nail gun or some water gun, and it feels like the bullets just aren't going exactly where I want them to. Where even though I'll have them lined up, right on them, it doesn't feel like I'm shooting an actual gun. It feels like I'm shooting, little nails at somebody, and they don't really go that fast or whatever. For all the guns that shoot actual bullets, excluding the laser weapons, I don't know if they're hit scan or not. Sometimes it feels like they fly and hit an enemy the second I shoot it, and sometimes it feels like they're just not even hitting because, I didn't aim forward enough. This might be a problem with, hit registration, because obviously this team is very small, so holding servers that are fast and, work extremely well might not be as easy as most people would think. But I don't know, it just makes me bad some of the times when I shoot somebody and my bullets don't hit. But other than those two pretty small gripes, there's nothing I can really complain about. In an early state this early, that's a miracle. Also another thing that this game does really cool is its creator codes. People I know of, like Tritus VR and Mr. Man, have their own creator codes and get percent off of each purchase, if you use their code in the item shop, which is just so cool, because, that helps the creators, and that's just something I haven't seen any other video game do, and I think that's really cool. Also, Atlas, slide me a creator code, man. 90 views guaranteed, I'm just saying. All in all, Atlas Endgames is a great game with some minor problems, and, I think I forgot to mention that it's free on Quest 2 and Quest 3. That's crazy, a free Battle Royale, that's other than Population 1, which I think this game is much better than. It's free 99, that's just a good deal. Just from what I've seen so far, these devs are putting in work, and I see them commenting on a ton of YouTube channels that even have small issues, and I see them fixing bugs in record paces, so I think this game's going somewhere, and I can't wait to see what they do next.